One day, a bee was caught in the rain. But in their story, it's not a bee, it's an ant. But I'm just going to say bee. Where can I hide, he wondered. Because we have a bee. He saw a tiny mushroom peeking out of the ground in a clearing, and he hid under it. He sat there waiting for the rain to stop. But the rain came down, harder and harder. Oh, cute. Let's open the next one. A wet butterfly crawled up to the mushroom. Cousin Aunt Bee, let me come in from the rain. I am so wet I cannot fly.
How can I let you in?
Said the bee.
There is barely room enough for one.
It does not matter, said the butterfly. Better crowded than wet. The bee moved over and made room for the butterfly. The rain came down harder and harder. A mouse ran up. Let me in under the mushroom. I am drenched to the bone.
How can we let you in? There is no more room here.
Just move a little closer. They huddled closer and let the mouse in. And the rain came down and would not stop. A little sparrow hopped up to the mushroom, crying,
My feathers are dripping. My wings are so tired. Let me in under the mushroom to dry out and rest until the rain stops. But there's no room in here. Please, move over just a little.
They moved over, and there was room enough for the little bird. Then a rabbit hopped into the clearing and saw the mushroom.
Oh, hide me,
He cried.
save me. A fox is chasing me.
Poor rabbit, said the bee.
Let's crowd ourselves a little more and take him in.
As soon as they hid the rabbit, the fox came running.
Isn't that Kaya?
Have you seen the rabbit? Which way did he go? He asked.
We have not seen him.
The fox came near and sniffed. There is a rabbit smell around. Isn't he hiding here?
You silly fox, how could a rabbit get in here? Don't you see there isn't any room?
The fox turned up his nose, flicked his tail, and ran off. By then the rain was over. The sun looked out from behind the clouds and everyone came out from under the mushroom, bright and merry. The bee looked at his neighbors.
How could this be? At first I had hardly room enough under the mushroom just for myself. And in the end, all 5 of us were able to sit under it. Quah! Quah!
Somebody laughed loudly behind them. They turned and saw a fat green frog sitting on top of the mushroom. Okay, a fat purple snail. Sorry. A fat purple snail sitting on top of the mushroom, shaking his head. Quah-ha-ha, quah-ha-ha, said the snail. Don't you know what happens to a mushroom in the rain? And he slid away, still laughing. The bee, the butterfly, the mouse, the bird, the rabbit looked at one another and then at the mushroom. And suddenly they knew why there was room enough under the mushroom for them all. Do you know? Can you guess what happens to a mushroom when it rains?
It grows! You need a belly, you know? It bored.
It
Grows!
So after you finish your lunch, we need to go check that mushroom. We need to see without moving any sticks, we need to see. Is it fatter? Is it taller? Is it wider? Maybe it grew just in one of those ways, or maybe it grew in all of them. The stalk might have gotten fatter. Maybe it's the same, because we did leave a stick there, remember? It was the exact same. All right, so we need to give props to our actors. Do you remember how to do that?
Props to the actors.
Right here. One, slap, slap, snap, snap. And props to the audience for being such an incredible audience.